SAARC has largely remained dormant, especially due to India-Pakistan differences. What in your view are the structural and political obstacles preventing its survival? This is one question. Another thing, if you have anything add with General Lodhi.
Fine, yeah, thank you. I appreciate the General's views regarding the prospects for greater cooperation. This is the right time, and as the General had said, we have to set the past aside, and now it's really time that Pakistan and Bangladesh come closer in terms of military cooperation as well as economic cooperation. The military aspect of it has far more to do. There is a great deal of applicability for Pakistan's very fine military capability that has even been appreciated by President Trump, of all people. The way the Pakistani army is trained and is professionally so sound, that the training needs to be imparted in Bangladesh. We need to have some sort of a doctrinal command structure from the Pakistan side. So in order to retrace the strategic knowledge of our senior officers. In the last 15 years, most of our army senior officers have been greatly restrained because of the Indian penetration caused by the Awami League government. Now we have to totally restructure the thinking process, the military thinking process of our senior military officers. There was a possibility that we will have strategic experts from the doctrine in our doctrinal command located in Mymensingh, where we will be upgraded, our officers will be upgraded in terms of countering the Indian threat in this part of the region. These are of course possibilities. I also look forward to the fact that if we can further promote, it's high time, the idea of a nuclear umbrella. This has been felt during the last war, Indo-Pakistani war. The Indians were threatening Bangladesh fiercely, especially after one of our retired generals had indicated about our need to put our eyes towards the Indian northeast. If India tried to attack Pakistan, there was a sharp response from the Indians. They thought of territorially grabbing parts of our territory in the north and the south. That is why we need a lot of planning. That is why we need the nuclear deterrent in Bangladesh, and that is an area on which we will work in the near future. We will overcome the restraints that somehow inhibit the cooperation in greater depth. Now, as for the SAARC process, this is something so close to my heart. In recent years, the Indians have betrayed us on the question of preserving SAARC. They were almost trying to bury SAARC, but lately, after the war experience, the Indians realized that Bangladesh, Pakistan and the other smaller SAARC members are interested to have China involved in a greater new concept of SAARC. The Indians have been so badly panicked. The Indians are now talking of reviving SAARC. Now, so we have to rethink that whether there is any sense in getting India involved in a new SAARC process. I think Pakistan and Bangladesh should try very hard to have China initiate a new regional cooperation body. And if the SAARC has to be restored, the Indians have to make a promise that they will never ever try their old pranks, their old mischiefs, because once the SAARC is revived, the fondest thing that I think of is a train link, between Dhaka and Lahore. We will call it the Anarkali Express. There in India, there are train routes that go from Dibrugarh in northeast India all the way to Jaisalmer, I think Bikaner in India, from Lalgarh to Assam in Bikaner. That train distance is 4 days long, but if we have a train between Dhaka and Lahore, it would be only 2.5 days. It's feasible and the railway track is there. So when we think of SAARC, if next time the Indians want to get into SAARC, and I'm sure they'll try, because the Indian Foreign Minister is in China and he is going to try to probe into the idea of China getting into SAARC. So we will tell the Indians, and Pakistan will also do so, that India must allow a land connectivity between Bangladesh and Pakistan, between Dhaka and Lahore, so that our people and Pakistani brothers can travel cheaper and visit each other's country. We don't even have direct flights, you know, it has been stopped. The Indians are threatening to stop keep the flights away. They can't do that. So we need to hurry up and introduce air flights between Dhaka and Lahore. If the Indians want to join SAARC and want to have anything to do with the SAARC, this should be set as a precondition, that they will never ever try to stop direct land and air connectivity between Pakistan and Bangladesh.